And good morning, everyone. I believe we are live. Hope everyone's well. Cousin Paulie, how you doing? If you're watching on the replay, how you doing? Once we get some folks in here, then I'll let you guys know where we're going. If you look at the title, you'll see we're going to Rockland County. Right now we're in Lindenwood, so just outside Howard Beach, Queens. Yeah, like I said, once some people get in here, I'll get on with the show. Tommy Stiggs, we're going to Chris Trock. There we go. Here comes the crowd. Look at this. Mr. Stiliano, we are going to Palisades, New York. So I need to go up the Palisades Parkway. I was supposed to go see someone in Little Ferry, which is kind of just over the George Washington, but they didn't get back to me. So I don't want to waste any more time with the Little Ferry person. So I'm going to go to the Palisades, New York destination that I have to go to, which the Palisades Parkway is one of the most beautiful parkways I've ever seen in my life. So we'll be going through Jersey. We're going to go George Washington Bridge and then pick up the Palisades off the GW. Chris Trock, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining, my friend. We should get a little crowd in here, a little bit. We'll see. the pothole Palisades. Yeah, amazing, because that's some expensive real estate up there. Very expensive real estate. That northwest section of, northeast corner of New Jersey. All right, so we got here some road workers. Is Dean up here? Where's Dean? Where is he? Is he up here? He's got his flag out. What's going on? Assassino with the disclaimer. How you doing, buddy? Assassino with the asterisk. Good to see you, my man. We got JFK Airport is off to the right. All the long-term parking for JFK Airport's on the right. It's fascinating. And, this parking lot, you can't really see in the camera, but there's a huge parking lot from when I started speaking, still going on. Right, and a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, this lot was empty. There was no one parking here for long-term parking to head overseas. And sure enough, it's now packed. That lot is always, as long as I can remember, besides that little hiccup we had a couple of years ago, that long-term parking lot for JFK is always jam-packed. Carmela Falco, good to see you, Carmela. Very nice to see you, Carmela. I don't think we're going to be in your neck of the woods today, Carmela. We're going to go over the George Washington Bridge, but we're going up to Palisades, New York. We're going up to Rockland County. Not too far up. I have clients all the way as far up as, man, this construction here is brutal. Dean, what are you doing to us, Dean? Come on. I have clients as far up as Newburgh and Middletown, but we're not going that far up today. No, Tommy, that was an excellent show last night, Tommy. That was an excellent show. Every once in a while, hey, every once in a while, you got to give the audience what they want. The audience wants to see Tommy Stigliano, and if Tommy Stigliano gets a little bug up his you-know-what, they want to see that little bug up his you-know-what. I thought it was an excellent show, and Tommy Stiggs, I thought your show this morning was excellent. I caught the replay. I was a little delayed this morning, so I caught the replay, and obviously I think you know my story, Tommy Stiggs, but that show you did this morning hits home, let's just say. Hits home big time. Big time. And I'm not to get into it detail-wise, but just you left it off saying that it's not a good prospect for the new couple. We'll see. In my situation, my ex found her new husband at work. They are now married, living together in a home with my daughter. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how long that lasts. But good show last night, Tommy. A good show this morning. So this is the Van Wyck. Anyone that's familiar with the Lost Boys Renee song, Renee, Lost Boys. He's speeding up the Van Wyck. Got to get it there quick. So this is what he was doing. He was speeding up the Van Wyck just like so, because he probably came from down here, somewhere on the south side of Queens, south side Jamaica. And this is speeding up the Van Wyck. Got to make it there quick. And I'll show you the hospital he was referring to, which is actually Jamaica Medical Center up on the left once we get a little further up. Van Wyck Expressway, this will take us over, well, if you just continue straight up north, this will be your route up to Flushing, Queens, up to the Whitestone Expressway, up to Marlborough, over the Whitestone Bridge, over the Throgs Neck Bridge. We could actually do that and then go all the way up Westchester County and cross over the Tappan Zee Bridge if we wanted to, and then come south. I'll take you guys through. We're gonna hang Vera left. We'll go Grand Central Station. Oh God. We'll go Grand Central Parkway over the Triborough Bridge to the FDR Drive to the George Washington Bridge up to Palisades. Right now we're hitting some classic Van Wyck Expressway traffic, which wasn't here on my map not too long ago. So hopefully it's it's telling me it's a 5-minute delay to go about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 blocks we got to go. We're coming up to 109th Avenue, and the traffic ends at right around Jamaica Avenue. And up by Jamaica Avenue is where that hospital would have been. LL Cool J, which... Yeah, there's so many references because this is South, Jamaica, Southside Jamaica, Queens, Hollis, Queens. The Van Wyck is a staple through, the middle of Queens. It basically splits Queens in half, left to right. At the bottom of it is JFK Airport. So, and this is just, for my whole life, there's been construction on this parkway, on this expressway. My whole life. It's the most direct route, north to south, east to west. But if you hit it at the wrong time, like right now, this delay should last another 4 minutes, it's telling us. So that's why I came this way, because it really shouldn't be too bad. Little perp. So, little perp, what's above us right now is actually the air train. So not the subway. This air train was something that was built fairly recently, where it's it's almost like the monorail at Disney, when you take the monorail around. So that's what's above us right now. And they built that to go from JFK to the Jamaica Long Island Railroad station, because there's no direct subway access to the airports. I know LaGuardia, which we're going to pass soon on the north side of Queens, Governor Cuomo did a lot to bring bus service there. So you can, I think from Manhattan, you can take a bus to LaGuardia. But perps, it's called the air train. It's what's right above us right now. I love that area, Tommy. 287 in Morristown area. That's the area I'm really starting to learn. And I was just over there the other day. Yeah, today we're not heading in that direction. Today we're gonna go north. I think tomorrow we're gonna go east. I don't know. But anyway, little perps. I figured good time for me to let you know that, since you had asked about that subway yesterday on McDonald Avenue. That was just a plain old, what you saw last time I was on was just a plain old subway that was above ground, elevated, similar to what they have in Chicago, like what they call the L. We don't really call it the L in New York. Like if someone says, oh, the L, I'll be like, oh yeah, then, up on Still, I'll know what they're talking about. But we just call it McDonald Avenue, the train. But this above us is actually a monorail type of air train, is what they call it. And like I said, brings access from Jamaica The Jamaica Station is a major hub for Long Island Railroad, I think Metro North, all the subway stations. So if you can get yourself to, actually, you could take this thing all the way to Howard Beach, believe it or not, because when we're playing darts, the bar in Howard Beach is near the train station, the A train on the old side of Howard Beach. And you'll see people getting off this thing, tourists. It's weird with their luggage, or just people that just went traveling. So it's underutilized, this air train above us, but it's actually very convenient for those who need a way to the airport. Krumel, so happy you made it, buddy. Sorry with the confusion last time with the 2 shows going at one time. I think that other show is still going, actually. I have to get onto my laptop to close out that other show. Muggsy, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Hope you're well. Had the landscapers out on your corner over there. I think they were working on that building that's on your corner. Bastards. Muggsy, I saw your little ride home yesterday on that other channel. I didn't really want to get into that chat because all the YouTube politics, but I saw, me, I'm a sucker for, dash cam video. So I saw your little adventure home. You're you're funny. I think I was granted a pass into the neighborhood by my girlfriend and her family. I'm assuming, since I've been living in the neighborhood now for 3 years. So I'm assuming that pass is still good. It's still active, that they gave me to go in. But I thought that was funny, and you hanging out at the gas station, a view I look at quite often. Good stuff, Muggsy. Good stuff. Anyway, this is the Van Wyck. Up there's Jamaica Hospital, right to the left. See that, Muggsy? You almost got me distracted. Right to the left here is Jamaica Hospital. So right here is where the traffic usually clears up. This is where the construction has been brutal forever, where I think they finally completed up ahead in here, and now it's more behind us. Like that was just construction traffic. That was just volume traffic, and it's 10:30 in the morning, so it's not even rush hour. Rush hour is done. I mean, if you see the difference that, yeah, no, I thought so. I figured it was still, it was good. It was still active. I don't think I need to renew. Like I said, it's my girlfriend's neighborhood. I don't claim it. I know nothing about it. It's a wonderful place, but it's her and her family and her brother. It's their place. But if I got to renew the pass, just let me know. Let me know if I got to go, I got to go to the office or whatever. I also thought it was very funny when someone in the chat asked for a massage parlor, and you just so happened to be, parked across the street from the old Brothers shopping center. Very funny, very funny. I'm passing you now, Muggsy. Yeah, I don't know where you work. I guess I heard Mikey mention it. At first, I obviously assumed St. John's, because St. John's is, is right over there. So you don't have to tell me. I don't want to know. But from what Mikey had said, I thought you were up here more in the Kew Gardens area. But can I ask you, Muggsy? If I'm asking too much, you could, tell me the Bafangul. Did you come up from Far Rockaway, though, on that trip? I do that all the time. Like, if I go to my parents in Marine Park, I'll go through Rockaway all the time. Go through Bell Harbor. That's, me growing up in Marine Park, Brooklyn. The majority, like the darts team, my buddy, my crew is a Rockaway Beach crew, really. I spent more time in Rockaway Beach, Bell Harbor, Neponsit, all those areas. Scottish Deborah and Mikey, hope you're both doing well. Thank you for coming in, guys. Scottish Deborah and Mikey, really hope you're doing well, guys. Thank you. So Rockaway Beach is even though I grew up in Marine Park, Brooklyn, I'd say even more Rockaway Beach is really my stomping grounds. So I use that way all the time. Broad Channel. Yeah, no, I saw you. That's when I saw you. I picked you up in Broad Channel. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go through that route all the time to avoid the Belt Parkway. Or even if I'm on the island and I don't feel like dealing with that crap, I'll go through 5 towns, take Nassau Expressway in, go through go through the projects over there, Redfern, just come up through Broad Channel. Because once you hit Broad Channel, it's such a nice relaxing ride. It really is. Broad Channel is it's an easy ride. You got to watch out. That state trooper likes to hang out when you're coming up north on the right-hand side. Right as you're getting up top, there's a trooper, black dude that likes to hang out right there in those bushes. So we're coming up now past. So we have the World's Fair, just the the World's Fair facility where the U.S. Open was just recently held on the right-hand side. So if you look to the right, you'll see like the King of Queens, the opening to King of Queens, where he's messing around in the park. That's right here to the right. That's Flushing Meadows, Corona Park. You have the Queens Museum to the right. This is hollow ground here. The U.S. Open, as I said, Billie Jean King Stadium. You have the Queens Museum just to the right here also. And then a little further up, you're going to have where the New York Mets play, Citi Field. I know Mikey takes this route a lot. I know he pointed out, I remember not too long ago, he was pointing out, I think he pointed out Shea Stadium, but we'll give him a slide. You driving also, Mikey? What else is new, right? I feel like that's all we do. That's all we friggin' do. Yeah, I'm Mikey. I'm on the Grand Central, going towards the Triborough, passing under Roosevelt Avenue right now, and on the right is where the New York Metropolitans play baseball. For anyone who's interested, I did I pin the chat the invitation to come on? Did I do that? No, I never did that. Let me go back up there and do that. Let me pin the message at the top of the chat. If anyone wants to come in and chat, you're welcome. On this specific adventure that I'm on right now, I am about 40 minutes away from my destination. So, got about 40 minutes. I'll shut it down. You're going to see a big difference. So, the Palisades, New York is just above the state of New Jersey. New York kind of surrounds New Jersey. Before I get into that, let me point out that on the right-hand side right now, it is LaGuardia Airport. LaGuardia Airport, the brand new baby of Cuomo, LaGuardia Airport. Right-hand side. It always had such a terrible reputation for being old and dingy and just crappy, I guess you could say. As many of you might know, I did a lot of the project estimating and project administration for the construction that went on inside this airport. I was project administrator for one of the subcontractors that laid all the soft surface, which anyone that knows construction, when it comes to finishes and soft surfaces and carpet patterns, LaGuardia Airport's a big horseshoe. So they wanted patterns, they wanted specific colors in specific areas. The architects and designers were very, very specific on their specifications and on their drawings. So we had to make sure we had the proper material, the right quantities, the right takeoff. And, you can kind of tell from the view on the right-hand side how it's a horseshoe, if that makes sense. Like I could still imagine the floor plans in my head, but it's a horseshoe. Even the road curves here. It's a big horseshoe. And, the carpet's laid in either broadloom, either 12-foot broadloom or carpet tiles. And there were so many different styles. There were 12.5-foot broadlooms. There were 12-foot broadlooms. There were 2-foot by 2-foot carpet tiles. There were 1-foot by 1-foot carpet tiles. And there was the luxury vinyl tile, and everything had to be copacetic. Brutal. It's a very clear day, so you guys should be able to start to see the New York City skyline at a distance. I don't know how clear you'll be able to see it. That's another thing they did that no one really realized. As part of this construction, the skyline was blocked off. There were trees, there were buildings that were blocking off the New York City skyline, which to me is asinine. You were right here at the LaGuardia Airport. You land at LaGuardia Airport, you can't see the skyline. That's crazy to me. This New York City skyline should be visible as much as possible. But they really did a good job here, especially. The skyline has changed so much. There's way more buildings, like on the 59th Street area. But they did a good job here opening it up. Let me see if I can, hopefully you can see the buildings in the distance. Oh, you know what I got to do? I got to put my air conditioner on. Sorry if there's a lot of noise right now. Give me a second. Let me just blast some cold air onto my phone, guys. Hold on, because I didn't realize I kind of have the heat. It's a little chilly. But it's, there's a warm sun, but a little chilly. So I had the heat on, and I didn't realize it got a little warm in here. And I don't want my phone to overheat. So let me blast a little, whatchamacallit, overheat. Mob Rats One, how you doing? Nah, little perps. I know you're a country gal, right? I know, it's stressful. Especially driving. Who wants to drive around here? I mean, it's brutal. It really is. Ugh. It's normal, I've been driving around. Again, I was a limo driver, a chauffeur at the very young age of 16 years old. So I've been, imagine someone like yourself, little perps, in the back seat, and I'm a young kid, and I got to try to make you feel safe. So driving and, not really being too crazy, but still getting where you got to go. All that jazz. Astoria, judging by your name, you may or may not be a resident or have family. Astoria, Queens. You are correct, sir. We are now entering Astoria, which has a huge Greek population. If you're looking for some Greek restaurants, a nice good old Greek shish kebab with some lemon, oregano, and salt, you go to Astoria, Queens. Welcome, buddy. Thanks for joining. We're about to go over the Triborough Bridge. TT Rad, hope you're doing well. Hope your son is doing well. What else can you say about TT Rad? Wonderful human being, TT Rad. Good to see you. Yeah, I was right? Yeah. I don't spend much time in Astoria. It's kind of out of the way for me. Mr. K. I'll call you Mr. K for now. I'm down in Southern Queens. I'm down in Howard Beach. So, my experience with Astoria is I don't have many clients there. It's what you're seeing right now. I used to have a family member that had an apartment in Astoria, just off right here when you're about to go over the bridge. If you look to the right, I think it was 37th Street, maybe right there on one of those side blocks. Oh, now I'm cold. Oh, chilly. Let me see if I can get a weather report. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Hey, Mikey, little 770, Mikey.
And more entangled in places like Iran, we're going to end that today. Now, I don't think they'll do that. But if you do this in tandem,
little 770 action. What's the weather? Well, I just let me give you guys a little perspective here as to what the temperature is, because it's a little deceiving. Currently, right now in Astoria, New York, it is 64 degrees. Woo! Actually, today is probably going to be the last quote-unquote warm day of the year, because after today it's going to go to hell. But the high for today is actually 69 degrees. So midday it'll get up to 70. I gotta start making moves now, because otherwise no one's going to let me make those moves once we get a little further up. The right easy pass on. Yeah, I made the mistake. I had my personal freaking easy pass on the other day. I was going through all those tolls. I was paying it myself. Easy went on. SPK. I'm not going Major Deegan. I'm going Triborough at FDR. It looks like it's clear right now. Even though it's giving me the option on Google Maps to go Major Deegan, saying similar ETA. But I'm probably just gonna go FDR. It looks like there's a little delay at these toll booths after the bridge, but then once I get to the FDR, it looks pretty good. Thanks for hopping in, SPK. I appreciate it. Yeah. Well, SPK, mud on. FDR to the George Washington Bridge, the Palisades Parkway. SPK. I'm not taking the FDR all the way up there. I got to cross the bridge, cross the Hudson, you know. But then once I get on the George Washington Bridge, I just stay upper level and go right to Palisades. I made the mistake of being lower level and trying to get to the Palisades. What a disaster. What a disaster. Tommy Stiggs, what is that all about? Why do you people in Jersey do something like that? Trying to get to the Palisades Parkway from the lower level of the George Washington Bridge, like, what? I don't understand. It's right there. You're on the upper level. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. You got to be from the area to know what I'm talking about. And we're not going to experience it right now because I'm not going lower level because I'm not dealing with it. So right now we're going to be in a lot of traffic. We're going to be in about 5 minutes worth of traffic. So this might get a little boring. I apologize. But this is still technically, I guess, the Triborough Bridge. Why it's called the Triborough Bridge is because it connects 3 boroughs. It connects Queens, which we just left, right? And then right now we're kind of in the middle of the 3 boroughs, and below us is Randall's Island. Randall's Island below us, and to the left is where Coach Train and Thien do like to talk about a lot over there. I don't know the name of the place, but it's one of those places where they go and they eat the crayons and stuff. Edwin, how you doing, buddy? Edwin, I'm going to be in the Bronx. I'm not going to be in the Bronx. You know, I'm going that way, though. Going that way. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Always got to be a little sneaky. Got to be a little sneaky. You can't, you got to be a little sneaky. We're going up that way. Yeah, Palisades, Mikey, all day, every day. All right, let me get back down here. So anyway, so this is called the Triborough Bridge. Connects the three boroughs. We've just left Queens. Right now, we're kind of in the middle. Below us is Randall's Island. Randall's Island has a bunch of baseball fields, has a park, has a bunch of softball fields. It also has like the fire department training center. It has sanitation department training center, which Muggsy. That was another thing, Muggsy. If you're still here, I wanted to comment so bad when you got to your house. I wanted so bad to comment, hey, they didn't pick up your garbage either. Where the hell were the garbage men yesterday, Muggsy? Where were they? And you made me feel better when I saw you pull. And I'm like, Muggsy's garbage is still there too. So I know my pass didn't run out and they didn't decide to come pick up my garbage. I wonder if they were I'm like, what are they protesting now? Remember last time they wanted to put GPS in the garbage trucks and they got all bent out of shape and they decided not to pick up garbage. I have a friend that's in the sanitation department. I text him all the time, like, what are you guys pissed off at now? What are you protesting now that my garbage is still outside? Unbelievable. I don't know what that. I understand the holiday was Monday. It might have pushed it back. Whatever. But anyway, yeah. SPK, I heard a bit of your story with Tommy Stiggs. All the best to you. Firefighters are crazy. I mean, I know right now being a cop is crazy, but I don't know what's worse: going and trying to talk to people that want to shoot you, or going into a burning building. I don't know. Chris Trock. It was Monday was Columbus Day. Our garbage pickup is on Tuesday. Okay? So that means the city of New York requires us to put our garbage out on Monday night. Now, there are specific garbage holidays and non-specific garbage holidays. I have the app. The app tells me when to put my friggin' garbage out. I was told, put my garbage out Monday night. It got picked up this morning. I know it was the holiday definitely delayed it a bit. I'm breaking chops a little bit. All right. If it would have been still there when I got back today, it would have been a problem. But they have the app. I know, Chris Chuck. The app told me, the app told me we were on normal schedule. All right. Tuesday, it wasn't affecting me. That's what I was told. There's a big deal now with the rats because there's rats everywhere, so you can't put your garbage out at a certain time. You gotta wait. You can't put it out too early. I don't think we really have to worry about that too much where we are. But they give it tickets now if you put your garbage out too soon. So anyway, Randall's Island's below us. Connects the 3 boroughs. we can go either left or right here, basically. If we go left, we go where SPK just described, to the Major Deegan, into the Bronx. If we go right, we go into Manhattan. Where I want to go to FDR Drive up to the George Washington Bridge. If you go left, you take the Major Deegan up. That passes right past Yankee Stadium. If you go right, you can go into Manhattan. Right here, this is just a brutal stoppage of traffic. My estimated arrival time up there is in about 29 minutes, but it's saying we're going to be in this traffic for another 4 minutes until we hit the toll booths. Then you're going to see what's going to be really cool about this trip is you're going to see a major change in landscape. From what we just saw, obviously, we were in Queens. You know, we're going to be in Manhattan. We're going to be crossing the George Washington Bridge. And I tell you, as soon as we cross the bridge and get into that like northeast sliver of New Jersey, it's going to look completely different. It's going to look completely different. It's going to be trees and cliffs and overlooks, scenic overlooks and stuff like that. Not what you're looking at right here. The Palisades Parkway actually, I think, is designated a scenic byway. Where, like, if you were, driving around and a lot of places, like, I look for those scenic byways when I'm driving around to different places. The Palisades Parkway, what we're about to be, is a scenic byway. Again, if I was doing this for a living, and what I really should be doing, like, would be to take you on this Palisades and then kind of stop and get off at the scenic overlook. Unfortunately, I gotta work. I've always said if this was my job, I'd be doing this a lot different. Yep, Palisades Parkway up to Bear Mountain. Yeah, when I go to Newburgh? Yeah, when I go to Newburgh, I usually just take probably figure out Bear Mountain points up there too. Yeah, Bear Mountain can't be too far from your neck of the woods, Chris Trock, right? It can't be too for you to get over to Bear Mountain. All right. We're getting there. Once we get through this, the FDR looks clear. So, because usually you have another delay on the FDR approaching the George Washington Bridge, but that looks pretty clear at the moment. So as soon as we can get around, there's a bend coming up, and then we pay our toll, and we go from there.
ZipRecruiter helps you find all of them.
I think what isn't even called the friggin' Triborough Bridge anymore. Isn't it called the Ed Con? He was a wonderful man. And he is the Governor Cuomo Bridge. I don't know. Almost getting there, folks. I really try to avoid taking, if I know I'm going to be in just brutally boring traffic, I try not to take you guys that way because this just can't be too exciting. If we were stuck in downtown Manhattan in traffic, it's a different story. But, I mean, this is probably as painful as it is for you as it is for me. Although I take the Tommy Stiggs way of looking at it, quite honestly. Like I embrace it. I'm just saying for you, I'm pissed off more for you guys because I want to give you guys, something to look at. And this ain't nothing to look at. This is traffic. I don't get like pissed off and I can't. I'd be the angriest person on the planet Earth if traffic annoyed me to a certain extent. It would be insane. It would be absolutely insane. So I just accept it. I just accept it for what it is. And whatever. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close to the next part of the bridge, because I guess technically there's three separate spans. It's all part of the Triborough Bridge. Let's see what we got going on over here. Bugsy the Chugga. Leave it to the Howard Beach guys. Leave it to the Howard Beach guys to cause all the trouble. All right, so here's the completion of the bridge. All right, so this is the span that'll take us over into Manhattan. If we wanted to go down onto that island that's below us, we would get off to the right. They hold a lot of, there's actually ICANN Stadium, which is a big track and field facility. They hold a lot of sporting events there. There's also like music festivals and raves and all type of crap that they have down there. I think like what's it called? E-Zoo or something like that. Well, 840, which one? No, I didn't. Where was he? I usually never miss a BMW. And that's my favorite Beamer. I mean, I'd rather the M8, but I'd take the 840. Take it any day. That is my favorite. That's exactly what I'd want. I'd want a friggin' four-door coupe. And yes, four-door coupes do exist. The Benz, the GL, CLS. The CLS is a four-door coupe in the Benz, and then the 8 is the, I missed it. Wow, that's bad. That's a bad move. So this is new. They finally put an exit right onto Harlem River Drive. Kind of like what I just talked about with getting onto the Palisades. You used to have to go get on the street and then take a couple of streets to get onto the Harlem River. They finally built this ramp right off the black on black. Was it a matte black? Muggsy and Mikey, it's funny because I know I'm gonna let you guys, you know. Like I said, even what I said yesterday, Muggsy, I saw you, Muggsy. I didn't go in that chat. Me, I'd rather, I'm like a diplomat when it comes to this stuff. I'll tell you, I'll know what's going on, but hey, to each their own. To each their own. I know the lay of the land, like Mr. Stig says all the time. We know what's going on over here. We've been around. We've seen these streets. So this is the FDR Drive, Harlem River Drive. Actually, technically, it is the Harlem River Drive because everything north of the bridge we just got off is the Harlem River Drive. Everything south of here is the FDR Drive, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. But this is the Harlem River Drive. To our left is Harlem. To the right is the Bronx. So that's why, this is where the Bronx and Manhattan are very close to each other. Coming up on the right will be Yankee Stadium, but across the river on the right. Across the East River on the Bronx side. There's Yankee Stadium. Let me give you a little swivel. Right there on the right. See it? Yankee Stadium. And this bridge that goes across is the McCombs Dam Bridge. The McCombs Dam Bridge. We'll let this guy cut us off. We'll let that guy not cut us off. Yeah, go ahead, cut us off. We'll just switch spots with you. How about that? All right, let's make some moves here. Let's make some moves. You want to drive like a New Yorker? You want to drive like a New Yorker? Sometimes you kind of just got to go around the cluster. All right? Sometimes if there's a cluster in front of you, you kind of just got to go around it. That's all. People cut you off, you switch spots with them. You gonna cut me off? That's fine. I'll switch spots with you. Big deal. Not a big deal. All right, coming up to the bridge. So again, we definitely want the upper level of the George Washington Bridge. I like to take you guys on the upper level when I'm live anyway, just because, again, it gives you a little better of a view of the bridge. But, oh, yeah, so we need this way upper. The reason why I don't do it normally is because, like, the lower level usually moves better. So you have to be in the right lane for the lower level. If you come here for the upper level and there's dead stop traffic, it's usually hard to get in here. I mean, you can. You just got to be a jerk. You get in, you move over. But all the trucks come up on the upper level, which is fine. I don't mind the trucks. It's just usually there's less traffic on the lower level because there's no trucks on the lower level. Anyway, we're underneath the apartment buildings right now. There are residential apartment buildings right above us. And we'll be popping out onto the bridge in a second. And from the bridge, we'll catch the Palisades Parkway. And again, the landscape, you're not going to believe we just left New York City when you see the Palisades Parkway. You're just not. George Washington Bridge. GW Bridge, GWD for short. Once we get to the end, I'm going to want to be in the right lane because that's what's going to put us onto the Palisades. Yeah, Mikey, the projects, it's wild how they built it, man. They built the projects right over the highway, the interstate. All right, let me get over here, go over there, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's get into the right lane, make our life easier. George Washington Bridge, heading from New York City, Manhattan, into the great state of New Jersey, the Garden State. So we're going from New York to New Jersey, back into New York. How about that? From New York State, New York City, into New Jersey, right? Those buildings on the left, that's Fort Lee. There's a BMW X7 right there, Chris Trocky. I don't know if you're into the SUVs, you know what I mean? My girlfriend just got a X5. I think these Range Rovers are so overpriced for what they are. This one in this left lane. All right, so States Parkway. We're now in the state of New Jersey. Chris Trock. You better watch out, Chris Trock. No, better watch out. There's a lot of fans in New Jersey on this channel. All right, so now we're in Jersey, the great state of New Jersey, North Jersey. We're on the extreme eastern edge of it. And we're about to hit the Palisades Parkway, and the entire landscape is going to change. Look at this traffic coming back, trying to get back into New York. Ugh. I guess I'm not coming this way. Ugh. Ugh. Look at this guy flying in his Tesla. Get gas. Go fill up your tank, will you? Look at you cutting right off. Jeep's like, you're not coming in here. That Jeep ain't not letting him in. He's looking for his first opportunity to fly. He's going to have nowhere to go, though. All right, so the Palisades Interstate Parkway. Now it's called the Palisades Interstate Parkway, although it's not part of the interstate system because it connects the state of New Jersey with New York. They have these wonderful service areas. Go ahead, Tesla. Go ahead. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. You're going to have a long way to go to get through all this rigmarole, but you'll make it through, man. You'll make it through. Go ahead. With your dual motor. I mean, pick one. Pick one. You want a hybrid? What do you just pick one? But this is the Palisades Parkway, state of New Jersey. Look at this guy. We're going to watch this guy change lanes about 17 times. I think this is going to be, what, the 4th time now? Go ahead, cut me off. You know you want to cut me off. You're not going to cut me off. Wow. Okay, 17-year-old. Okay. You hang out back there then. is Palisades Parkway. Again, there's all these. I mean, this is just a beautiful part of the world. Probably not doing it justice. I don't know much about this part of the world. I know Alpine, New Jersey is up here, which Alpine has always been known as like the premier, town. I think CC Sabathia and like a bunch of Yankees, New York Yankees, were known to live in the Alpine area. Beautiful. Again, Inglewood. I'm kind of just looking at the map. It's just, there's like over here, there's these lookout. Let me see if I pull into one of these lookout areas. Let me see. I have a couple of minutes. Let me see here. Let me pull into here. Let me see what I can get you guys. Let's see. This gentleman was he praying? What is he doing? Let's see. All right, let's see what I can get you guys here for a second. Let's see. Yeah, are they praying here or what? Let's go take a quick walk. Let's go take a quick walk, guys. This is going to be looking back over, back towards New York, like upper New York and Riverdale. Let's see. Yeah, so this is let's go here. So this will kind of give you an idea of what we just did. See, that's the bridge we just went over down there. Chris Trock gets to work. So that's the bridge we just crossed from New York into New Jersey, and then we just came up north. Now looking out over, that's on the New York side. You can see the sky. You should be able to see the skyline. Hey, NB, how you doing, NB? Good to see you. Gianni Carano, how you doing, buddy? That's the skyline. That's again, we crossed from there to there and then came up. Oh, look at the lanternfly. Look at the lanternfly. Look at them. Look at them. These are the things we're supposed to kill. Look at them. There's another one right there. These bastards. Yeah, got a couple of boats out there. But very, very cool. Like, this is really, I mean, obviously you can see New York City is right there, but you really wouldn't think you are, it's really stark. Like, I guess when you go to Long Island, it's a little different because it stays a little more suburban. But when you head in these directions, when you head north and west, like as soon as you leave New York City, you know, you're in areas like this. This is what we're looking at, actually. This is great. This shows you what you're looking at. You're looking at the Bronx. So that's the Bronx. That's Manhattan, Bronx, and then Westchester County, according to this. But that bridge right there, yeah, so that's like where Columbia University is. That area right there is all up there. Back down to Manhattan. Freaking lanternfly was just on me. It's on me. It's on me. It's on me. Look. It's on me. All right. But this was good. At least you guys got to see kind of where I am. And there's a whole big parking area. Come hang out. If I stay here any longer, I'm not going to want to work. That's the problem. Like, I know all these chill spots. Like, I really do. Like, I know all these areas where I can kind of hang out and chill, but it's like, I won't, you know, it'll cause problems. It'll cause problems. Alrighty. All right. So that kind of gives you an idea of, where I am. So, other than just seeing the highway. So I'm happy at least that you guys got to see that. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone else coming in. I saw Gianni. Mike Piazza Alpine. Yeah, this is definitely a what's the square stick in the ground? Hold on a second, Gianni. What's that square stick in the ground? You know what? I have no clue. Are you talking about this thing right here? Let me. It's garbage. That's a garbage can. That's a garbage can. A very, very odd looking garbage can. Very odd garbage can. Alrighty. Let's go. We got 15 minutes. 15 minutes to get to this client. Maybe sell something, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's go. Yep. Trash can. Very odd looking trash can. A lot of parking back here. Again, like I try not to come to these places because I'll just park, especially if it's warm out, and before I know it, I'm sitting here for 3 hours and I didn't do any work, and I have the type of job where if I don't do it, it's not gonna get done. I'm not in an office, so I can very easily kind of just disappear into one of these areas, and that's all she wrote, folks. Yeah, no, Gianni. There's definitely, I don't know if there's a memorial in that little area there. There are memorials everywhere with stuff like that. You're right. It kind of did have that look to it when you see something kind of off like that. Chris Chalk, yeah, I don't like soft tops. I don't particularly love the soft tops. I've never been a fan of the soft top. I felt like it just took away from the vehicle, and so I would go, Chris Chalk, I would go with the 4-door M8 because I don't think they make that in a hardtop, right? Do they make it in a hardtop? If they make it in a hardtop, I'll take it. Hardtop. And the X5M, see now, my girlfriend does not have the M. But she has an X5. It's sweet. Yeah, the coupe. Okay. Yeah, Chris. I would probably just go with the M8 and the 4-door. Just keep it classic. Although, if you ask Tommy Stiggs, he'll probably agree with you. He'll want to drop that top. Tommy Stiggs would drop the top today. It's 65 degrees, he'd be dropping the top. Yeah, Gianni, I was always a Benz fan. I was always a fan, with the Benz versus Beamer. It's almost like the Tupac versus Biggie. I was always a fan of the Benzes until about around 2008, when they really, the Benzes kind of got rounded out. Oh, here's another overlook. Oh, that's a cooler one. Way more people. Oh, I can't get to it now, though. Wow, that one was cooler. That was another overlook. But yeah, I feel like the Benz, especially like the C-Class and the 3s, where, especially even just recently, my girlfriend, she was comparing the Benz GLE to the X5, and to me, the GLE, the Benz, it's very plain, and there'll be like a GLE Benz behind me, and I'm like, what Benz is that? It doesn't really stand out. When there's an X5 behind you, it's behind you. I mean, those halos are staring you. Benzes, the Beamers are just aggressive looking. They have that look when you just look at them. They just look aggressive. The Benz, I love Benzes. I love Benzes. You know when I say I'm on theme, dude. If I hit that Powerball, we're getting that S-Class, S580 Benz all day, every day. S-Class, big body S-Class Benz. But like if you compare apples to apples, the SUVs, if you compare the GLE to the X5, I think the X5 is so much nicer than the GLE. If you compare the X3 to the GLC, the X3 is so much nicer than the GLC. If you compare the Benz S-Class to the BMW 7 Series, I like the Benz S-Class more than the 7 Series. AMG, yeah, I know your style now. I know your style. You want to know? Yeah, okay, I got you. You like the SLs. You like the old school CLs. Those, look, big body Benz on the back of this pickup truck. That's the Maybach. That's a friggin' Maybach right there. Maybach on the back of that pickup right there. That's a V12. Oh my goodness. That thing is sweet. That thing's also $250,000. I like luxury cars. I like them. Yeah, no, Gianni, I felt that like on the, quite honestly, like on the Benz C-Class. Like there was one in front of us before in white. And there's no pizzazz to them. There's no pizzazz. A Beamer nowadays, they have a little more to them where you don't have to get an M package to have it looking aggressive. With a Benz, like I feel like if I'm gonna get a Benz, I need to get it in an AMG. So Chris Rock on that flatbed was a Maybach though, not the AMG. It was a Maybach. It was an actual real Maybach. But me, I would take the S65 AMG. You could do the S63 AMG, or you could do the S65 AMG. Oh, there's another lookout coming up. I don't know if this one's any good. Let's see. You want to take it? No. You got to go all the way across. Yeah. Oh no, there was closed and there was a cop there. All right, good. I didn't go in there. Waste Management, what's up, buddy? Oh, Gianni, I want to read that when I can. Let me get around this guy. I don't like speeding over here. So we're still in New Jersey. When we get off the highway, we're still going to be in New Jersey, too. We're going to cross over into New York State once we're off the highway. Oh, man. My cousin had a CTS. It's funny. The car prices right now are crazy. I don't know if you were listening. Vinny Bracco just went through a crazy experience. He's paying like $617 a month to lease a friggin' Nissan Altima. I just went through it with my girlfriend. She ended up, I gotta get off here. She ended up buying a certified pre-owned. Her X5 it's a 2020 certified pre-owned. Just the leasing right now is just insane, and the financing insane. It's service. Yep. No, Gianni, I got you now. The new Lincoln SUVs are pretty sharp. What is that? The Aviator they have, and there's another one that are pretty sharp. My girlfriend, before she had this BMW, she actually had an XT5 Cadillac. I tell you, I wasn't too impressed with it. I know Tommy Stiggs loves the drive the Cadillac Air Ride. Her XT5, it was an SUV that had the air suspension. I could see it in Tommy's car. I could see it in the old big cars, but in the So the SUV, like the BMW SUV, better, although you feel more. All right, we're crossing into New York State right now. Welcome to New York State. Boom. So we just crossed from New Jersey into New York State. Yeah, I don't know if it, but there's a heavy police presence. We just passed that other overlook I mentioned. There were cops there. I think you might have saw the gentleman when I got off at that other overlook. I'm pretty sure there's a very big Jewish population in this area. So if you see, that's just probably what's adding to the heightened security at the moment. But we are in Rockland County. I believe this is the town of Palisades, named after the highway, or the highway is named after it. I don't know. Very historical area, like right. You know, I'm having bad service, huh, guys? Not big on the crossover. Wife has one. Yeah, I'd like another Lincoln, but now they're like crossovers. Yeah, no, Gianni, I know. You remind me of my grandfather. My grandfather always had Benzes. He had the 180, the 150, whatever E. Yeah, always had them forever since I was born. And he finally went over to the GLE, the SUV, and he doesn't love it. He's all bent out of shape. He doesn't know where all the buttons are. You know, it's too big. It doesn't ride like a car. So I understand. I guess with work, man, there's mansions up. There's a nice area right here. I just passed an area of just mansions, big mansions. With work, they're always giving me trucks. They're always giving me vans. I've always been, to me. So I'm kind of understand the, to me now I'm used to the way like the X5 and the GLE drive. To me, that's a normal drive. I don't even know how. I don't remember the last time I drove a car. I really don't. So, as you can see, and as I mentioned, there was a driving range, golf driving range to the right. Look at that. As I mentioned, the landscape changed a lot once we left New York City. Part of New York State is a very well-to-do area, let's just say. Wow, look at this road we're about to go down. Woo! Roller coaster. Wow. Gianni, I'm not in Westchester. I'm in Rockland County. So I'm on the. I'm gonna go left here. I'm on the west side of the Hudson River, above the state of New Jersey. Look at this intersection. Hold on. Looks like Westchester. A little more country over here on this side. You know what? I'm sorry. The east side. My west and east are all screwed up. Gianni, forget what I just said, okay? I'm not in Westchester County. I am on the west side of the Hudson River, above the state of New Jersey. Westchester is above the Bronx on the east side of the river. But, to New Yorkers, to people from New York City, we'll say this is in upstate. Just because we'll take anything that's, not New Jersey, but north of the Bronx, and we will call it upstate. So if I was just talking to, my girlfriend or whatever, I'm like, I had to go upstate today. She would know where I'm talking about. But people who are really from upstate, like Fiendu, they laugh at that. They laugh at that, me saying, oh, I'm upstate right now. Yeah, I'm upstate. What do you want? I'm not in the city. I'm north of the city. I'm upstate. And then look at this. It's trees, country. Oh, what do you want me to tell you? You look at this corner. You tell me this is, look at that Cadillac right there, Gianni. See that Cadillac? That's a classic. That just crossed in front. That one right there. What is that? Is that the DeVille? Not the DeVille, but that was kind of like the ones I remember. My cousin had one of them, and I think that's like a version of what the one Stiggs has. Yeah, I'm in upstate. What do you want? Look at these roads. No sidewalks. Where do the people walk? All right, guys. I'm going to shut it down because I'm almost at the where I need to be. I don't know how well my service is, so I'll say goodbye now, Gianni and everyone else. Everyone that came in, Chris Chalk, great talking to you. Waste Management, great, nice of you to come in. Mikey, everyone. I want to go back up and try to scroll through again, but I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you around. All right, guys. Peace.